Hi, Michelle. Thank you very much for taking part in the Business Spotlight series. I'm going to hand straight across to you to introduce yourself and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Michelle Begy. I'm the managing director and founder of Ignite Dating. Ignite Dating is a elite matchmaking and introductions agency helping single professionals find their lifetime partner.
Fantastic. And how long have you been going for?
So I've been a matchmaker for 10 years, and Ignite Dating is just entering its fourth year. So we launched in January 2020, just before the pandemic.
Oh, interesting timing. And
Wait.
I'll come to that in a moment. In terms of the business itself, what's the difference between yourself and some of the other matchmaking or dating apps?
We're vastly different to an app, so it's totally offline. We are akin to, say, a corporate headhunter. So if you wanted to finance director for your business, you'd go to an agency, tell them the type of person you're looking for, then they would go out there and find them for you. We do the same, but for lifetime partners. So how we do that is lots of different ways. We affiliate with over 30 different agencies throughout the UK. Obviously, we have our own extensive database. We have about 60 ambassadors that recommend single people to us. We're ferocious networkers. We network. And we are also, we headhunt online. So we are one of the preferred offline partners for elite singles. So we literally leave no stone unturned when finding the lifetime partner for you.
Fantastic. I like the idea of somebody being interviewed really to see if they're right.
It is. We interview and ID check everybody. The reason we do that is to make sure that they're the right person for you. They have the right personality traits, that they're on the same path. You know, we take very much a holistic view to dating. It's not just, oh, okay, he's 6'2", he's educated, and he lives 5 miles from you. It's more about their stage of life, what they're looking for, their aspirations, if your personalities will connect. We use Myers-Briggs type indicator, and I'm also a FIRO practitioner as well. So we use psychometrics in
Hmm.
the background to make sure that the matches are the right type of people wanting to match you with. You also have a matchmaker who works with you on your journey, so you're not alone. You know, dating is really hard work, especially if you've been in a committed marriage, or you haven't dated for some time. Now I'm 46, and it's vastly different from when I dated back in sort of in the 90s. It's changed massively. People don't go to bars and pubs anymore and meet people. You know, majority is online, or you use a matchmaker.
Hmm. Yeah, no, really interesting. And in terms of that, obviously, it sounds like you get quite a wide range of different clients.
We do. I think we sort of operate more in the medium to high net worth space. So these are clients who don't want to be seen online for whatever reason. So it's normally they're cash rich, time poor. They don't want to be seen by their peer group, or they value their identity and confidentiality. So they don't want someone to target them because they can tell from their lifestyle that they're wealthy, or they enjoy a fabulous lifestyle. Or equally, they're just fearful of dating, and they want to feel they have like a dating best friend on the journey with them, who's always got their best interest at heart and who always has their back and who is doing all the due diligence in the background. So, you know, we've all heard of friends who've got dating stories where they've met somebody online, they've turned up, and the pictures are 10, 15 years old. All the photographs they have are verified either face to face or by Zoom. um, and so they are a true representation, and they're all taken in the last 6 months. For our paid clients to have a photo shoot, so that the photos that we use aren't online, so they're not on their LinkedIn or on their Instagram, and it also normalizes them, so there can be no reverse Google search, and we normalize their profiles so people can't find them online. So it's just a safer way to date, where whilst also having someone hold your hand virtually.
Hmm. Fantastic. And hopefully save you a lot of time of swiping or.
Exactly. Online dating is like a second job. So many clients say to me, you know, when I was doing online, I would literally come home from work, have supper, and then spend 2 hours replying to messages saying, "Hey, how are you?" So,
Hmm.
and there's only so many times you can respond to a "Hey, how are you" message.
Yeah, and I think I mean, when I was having a quick look this morning beforehand, just from the bits I could see online, I see articles talking about a lot of bots now and a lot of scams within the dating apps and so on.
I think when the apps launched, I don't know, 20 years ago, they were quite new, and I've interviewed people who said, "Look, I met my first husband on Dateline or an app, and it was brilliant." So, and it was on their first, you know, one or two, their first or second match. They've gone back on there now, and they say the profiles aren't real, or they're connecting with people and they're not engaging with them, or they're meeting them, they're just not the type of person they want to meet, or the pictures are old, or the guy says he's 5'10" and he's 5'6". A woman says she's a size 8 and slim and she's a bit more curvy, or don't have any resemblance to their pictures, all married. You know, anybody can be anybody online. I could be 28, 5'10" and blonde. And I'm not any of those.
No, it's great. It's really, it's a really, I think, worthwhile thing. So you mentioned there, obviously, you started just before the pandemic.
Yeah.
What was the impact of the pandemic on the business?
After I had a little cry, it was okay. So obviously went into a lockdown the 23rd of March. The first week after that, we were unconsciously dead. So we made the decision right at the start. A lot of agencies were mothballing because obviously there was no opportunity to meet people face to face, whereas I took it as an opportunity to grow. So we increased all of our Google online spend. I engaged these services of a PR, and we just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. We had a massive growth through lockdown, and we actually facilitated a lot of relationships. So using government guidelines, we would blog weekly, you know, speak to our clients every week, you know, mainly checking in for their health, their mental health, making sure they're okay, because a lot of single people live alone. And whilst they're not lonely, being locked in lockdown made them recognize that they are actually alone, and they were like, okay, I need to do something about this. I think when you have a big job and you're traveling globally and you finish day at the office, there's always somebody who wants to go out for a beer after work. You know, time slips by and you don't realize that you've actually not got somebody with you because your life is really full. When you're plunged into a lockdown, then that's when people recognize actually there is only me here, and now all that has been taken away, I can't behave and act and fill my life how I did before.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's great that what you said there about the fact that you increased the advertising spend and you went for it, because I think probably as a parallel to what a lot of people should probably do now in terms of the current market and what might happen in the next year or so.
But I agree. I think, you know, given where we're at, sort of economically, you know, we are a luxury product, but touch wood, we haven't been impacted yet by the cost of living crisis. People are being, even people who are incredibly wealthy are still being more thoughtful about the amount of money that they're spending, but equally they can see the value in our service and what they get from it. And we've actually increased all of our marketing again, going into the cost of living crisis. We increased our Google marketing. We've been more aggressive on our PR. We're securing more press opportunities. We're growing our ambassadors. We're doing talks on things like, for example, into International Women's Day. We're networking more. So we've just upped it again. And that's important, you know, because sometimes you just have to do that. And if people are looking for a dating agency, I want Ignite Dating to be one of their first considerations. We've also just been named as well a recommended matchmaking agency for high net worth people in Spears 500. So incredibly proud after 3 years of getting that accreditation as well. So yeah, things looking good.
That's good work. And on that, you mentioned there some of the sort of goals for the future. What are your aspirations for the next 5 years for the business?
So although in 3 very short years, we have become one of the top 4 offline agencies in the UK. My plan for the next 5 years is that whether you're single, married, you know who Ignite Dating are. So that's what my aim is, and to create more love stories. So the best part of our job is when you get that call or that text saying, do you know what, you've done it. This person is incredible. I want to see where it goes. And we are now, obviously we've been going for 3 years. We've had so many engagements starting to come through now of people saying, and we met in lockdown, or you introduced us in 2021. This is my life person. We've just got engaged and here's a nice big ring to show you. So all those stories are coming through. We are also getting people that are coming back where the relationships haven't panned out how they expected. So we offer our clients a hold facility for up to a year. So if they meet somebody and want to see where it goes, they have 12 months to see where that relationship is going. And if for any reason it falls down, they can come back to us and recommence service. So we're all about facilitating long-lasting relationships. We're not just tick boxing a number of people for you to meet.
And look, obviously it's been an interesting few years. What would you say has been your biggest learning as a business owner?
Never stop being surprised by people. And we find attraction in the strangest of places. I did a match. We've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of matches, and as a matchmaker, you can sometimes think, wow, these people are made for each other. On paper, you've spoken to them both, you know them both really well. It's like these people are literally meant to be together, and they'll meet, and it's like, and they'll come back and say, oh yeah, really nice person, but there's no chemistry. And you literally sit there, and I think they could see sometimes my jaw just physically drops. It's like, how can you say that? You were just so perfect together. Or you can do a match, and I'm quite open with people. I'll sometimes do a match and say, look, something's telling me this is the right match. These are the reasons I think it's a good match, but there's something else telling me it might not be. So can you just trust me on this occasion? And they're like, yeah, that's fine, I trust you. And they'll meet, and it's literally, fireworks in the sky. So but yeah, people never cease to surprise me.
That probably applies to a lot of different organizations, I guess. So that's good.
Definitely. So I
Uh,
think being a matchmaker, you probably hear more stuff that you don't want to hear, though.
maybe. And look, what is it that inspires you?
I'm incredibly passionate, and this is in no particular order. I'm incredibly passionate about bringing people together. The whole ethos of my business, as a business model, is based on you can have a successful business and earn a six-figure salary whilst working around children, family life. So that's how my matchmakers work. They primarily work around children. So for me, that's one of the sort of cornerstones of my business. Getting success for people. I'm a bit of an old romantic at heart, so I do love a good love story, and bringing people together, and also success. I'm fiercely driven by success. I like to think I'm particularly entrepreneurial, and I'm always looking for ways to improve our business and how we can deliver, and always looking for sort of a USP that's always going to put us head and shoulders above our competitors. There are some incredible agencies out there. There are also some unethical agencies, and for me it's all about going into a space and an environment which can be seen as unethical, and making it ethical, transparent and honest.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. I was inspired listening to it. And look, as a final thing, Michelle, is there any sort of news or any offer you would like to extend to the audience?
So no, just speak to us. So we're always looking for amazing people to introduce to our paid clients. I would say that with regards to dating, if you've made a decision in January just to start dating, just get on with it. It's like having a baby. There's never the right time to do it. The amount of times we've interviewed people in January, they join us in April, May, and they're like, why did I not do that back in January? So whatever you're going to do, if you're going to go online, going to engage the services of an agency, just get on with it. Because this time next year, you could be in a committed relationship with someone you absolutely adore.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Great to speak to you and great to find out about your business.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time.